Have you ever looked at a child, perhaps your own, and wondered what truly goes on inside their rapidly developing mind? From their first smile to their curious questions, children are navigating a world that is entirely new to them, constantly learning and adapting. Their tiny brains are master engineers, building the very foundations of who they will become. This journey of growth, development, and discovery is what we explore in the fascinating field of child psychology. It's about understanding the intricate dance of nature and nurture, the milestones, and the unique challenges that shape every child. So, what exactly is child psychology? It's the study of the unconscious and conscious childhood development. Child psychologists examine how children develop across a spectrum of areas: physical, cognitive, emotional, social, and language. It's a vast field, but at its heart, it's dedicated to understanding the unique patterns of growth and the factors that influence them. Imagine each child as a complex puzzle. Child psychology provides the tools to understand how those pieces fit together, guiding us to support their optimal development. One of the oldest debates in developmental science is nature versus nurture. Are we products of our genes, or our environment? The truth, as often happens, lies in a beautiful interplay between both. Nature refers to the genetic inheritance and biological factors that influence who a child is. This includes temperament and innate abilities. Nurture encompasses all the environmental influences: family, culture, schooling, experiences, and relationships. It's like a seed, nature, planted in a garden. Nurture, both are essential for the plant to grow and flourish into its unique self. Neither can be isolated from the other. At birth, a baby's brain is just a quarter of its adult size, but it undergoes an astonishing period of growth and development, forming over 1 million new neural connections every second during the first few years. These connections, called synapses, are the pathways through which information travels. Think of it like building a superhighway network. The more frequently a pathway is used, the stronger it becomes. This incredible plasticity, or flexibility, means early experiences literally sculpt the architecture of the brain, making the first few years profoundly critical for development. How do children learn to think, reason, and solve problems? This falls under cognitive development. One of the most influential theorists in this area was Jean Piaget, who proposed that children pass through distinct stages of cognitive growth. He believed children are not just passive recipients of knowledge but active explorers, constantly making sense of their world. Imagine a child trying to stack blocks. They are not only learning about balance and gravity but also developing problem-solving strategies and spatial awareness through direct interaction and experimentation. Piaget's first stage, the sensory-motor stage, spans from birth to approximately 2 years. During this period, infants learn about their world primarily through their senses and motor activities. They are touching, tasting, seeing, hearing, and moving. A key achievement of this stage is the development of object permanence, the understanding that objects continue to exist even when they can't be seen, heard, or touched. Think of a baby playing peekaboo. At first, they believe you've vanished, then they delight in your reappearance, showing their growing understanding of object permanence. Next comes the pre-operational stage, from about 2 to 7 years old. Here, children begin to use symbols, such as words and images, to represent objects. This is when language skills truly blossom. However, their thinking is still largely egocentric, meaning they struggle to see things from another person's perspective. They might assume everyone sees the world exactly as they do. Imaginative play is a hallmark of this stage, as children use their symbolic thinking to create entire worlds, transforming a simple stick into a magic wand or a toy car into a roaring monster. From roughly 7 to 11 years, children enter the concrete operational stage. They start to think more logically about concrete events and objects. This is when they grasp concepts like conservation, understanding that the amount of something remains the same even if its appearance changes. For example, water poured from a short, wide glass into a tall, narrow one. Their egocentrism diminishes, and they can better understand others' viewpoints. While they can reason, their thinking is still tied to what they can directly perceive or experience, not abstract ideas. Beyond thinking, children also develop a rich emotional world. Emotional development is the process by which children learn to understand, express, and manage their feelings. From the earliest cries of discomfort to the joyful squeals of laughter, emotions are powerful signals. Initially, infants have basic emotions like joy, anger, fear, and sadness. As they grow, they develop more complex emotions such as pride, shame, and guilt. Learning to label these feelings and understanding their intensity is a crucial step towards healthy emotional well-being, paving the way for empathy and strong relationships. One of the most foundational theories in emotional and social development is attachment theory, pioneered by John Bowlby and Mary Ainsworth. Attachment refers to the deep, enduring emotional bond that connects one person to another. Bowlby proposed that infants are biologically predisposed to form attachments with their primary caregivers to ensure survival. A secure attachment forms when a caregiver is consistently responsive and sensitive to the child's needs, creating a secure base from which the child can explore the world. This early bond significantly influences a child's social skills and relationships throughout their life. Imagine a child venturing out into an exciting new playground. If they have a secure attachment, their caregiver acts as a secure base. This means the child feels confident to explore, knowing they can always return to their caregiver for comfort and reassurance when needed. It's like having a safety net. This feeling of security fosters independence, curiosity, and resilience. Children with secure attachments tend to have higher self-esteem, better problem-solving skills, and stronger social relationships later in life, because they've learned that adults can be trusted and relied upon. Learning to interact with others is a fundamental part of growing up, known as social development. It encompasses understanding social cues, forming friendships, cooperating, and resolving conflicts. From simple parallel play where toddlers play alongside each other, to complex cooperative games in school, children are constantly refining their social skills. They learn about sharing, taking turns, empathy, and perspective taking. These abilities are not innate, they are learned through countless interactions with family, peers, and community members, shaping their capacity for connection. Have you ever noticed how some babies are calm and easygoing, while others are more spirited and intense right from birth? This is often due to temperament, a child's innate behavioral style and emotional reactivity. It's not the same as personality, which develops over time, but rather the biological raw material from which personality is built. Some children have an easy temperament, adapting quickly. Others have a difficult temperament, being more reactive. And many fall into a slow-to-warm-up category. Understanding a child's temperament helps caregivers respond in ways that best support their unique needs. The journey of language acquisition is nothing short of miraculous. Within a few short years, infants go from babbling to forming complex sentences. Children are not taught language in a formal sense, they absorb it from their environment. They learn by listening, imitating, and interacting. From around 12 months, the first words emerge, followed by a vocabulary spurt where they rapidly acquire new words. This ability to communicate transforms their world, allowing them to express needs, share thoughts, and connect with others on a deeper level. It's a cornerstone of all other development. For children, play isn't just fun, it's their most important work. Through play, children develop physically, cognitively, emotionally, and socially. Whether building a towering fort, pretending to be a doctor, or running wild in the park, play allows children to experiment, solve problems, test boundaries, and express themselves. It fosters creativity, resilience, and emotional regulation. Unstructured, imaginative play is particularly vital, giving children the freedom to lead their own learning and develop crucial executive functions like planning and problem solving without direct adult intervention. It's truly a master teacher. One of the biggest challenges for young children is emotional regulation, the ability to manage and respond to an emotional experience. Imagine a toddler having a tantrum because they can't have a cookie. They're not being manipulative, but rather overwhelmed by big feelings they don't yet know how to control. As children mature, they gradually learn strategies like deep breathing, talking about their feelings, or seeking comfort. This is a learned skill, requiring guidance and patience from adults. Helping children develop emotional regulation is vital for their mental health and social success. When children exhibit challenging behaviors, it's easy to label them as naughty or difficult. However, child psychology teaches us that behavior is communication. A tantrum might signal hunger or fatigue. Aggression might stem from frustration or a need for attention. Withdrawal could indicate anxiety or overwhelming sensory input. Instead of punishing the behavior, understanding its underlying cause allows us to address the root issue. It shifts our perspective from what's wrong with you to what happened to you or what do you need, fostering empathy and effective solutions. Unfortunately, not all childhoods are filled with sunshine and smooth sailing. Adverse childhood experiences or ACEs are potentially traumatic events that occur in childhood, such as abuse, neglect, or household dysfunction. Research shows a strong link between ACEs and later health and well-being. Prolonged stress and trauma can disrupt brain development and emotional regulation, leading to long-term challenges. However, it's crucial to remember that ACEs do not define a child's destiny. Supportive relationships and resilience-building interventions can mitigate these effects, offering paths to healing and healthy development. Resilience is the remarkable ability to bounce back from adversity, stress, or trauma. It's not about avoiding challenges, but about navigating them successfully and emerging stronger. Children aren't born with resilience, it's developed through supportive relationships and learning coping strategies. When a child faces a setback and has caring adults to help them process it, they learn they can overcome difficulties. This builds their internal strength. Think of it like a tree that bends in the wind but doesn't break. With strong roots and flexible branches, it weathers the storm. As children grow, their social world expands beyond family to include peers. Peer relationships play a vital role in development, teaching children about friendship, cooperation, negotiation, and conflict resolution. Learning to navigate these relationships can be both exciting and challenging. They may experience their first friendships, but also their first disagreements or feelings of exclusion. These interactions help children develop a sense of identity, belonging, and social competence. Positive peer interactions are crucial for building self-esteem and developing a healthy sense of self within a group. Self-esteem is how a child values and perceives themselves. It's their overall subjective evaluation of their own worth. Healthy self-esteem is crucial for mental well-being, motivation, and healthy relationships. It develops from a combination of factors, including feeling loved and accepted by caregivers, experiencing success and competence, and receiving genuine praise for effort. When children believe in themselves, they are more likely to take risks, try new things, and persist through challenges. A strong sense of self-worth is a gift that lasts a lifetime, a true inner compass. Discipline isn't about punishment, it's about teaching, guiding, and setting boundaries with love and respect. Positive discipline focuses on helping children learn self-control, responsibility, and problem-solving skills, rather than simply enforcing compliance through fear. It involves clear communication, consistent expectations, and natural consequences. For example, instead of yelling at a child for leaving toys out, a parent might say, "When your toys are on the floor, they can get stepped on. Let's put them in the box so they're safe." This teaches cause and effect and respects the child's intelligence. In our modern world, the digital landscape presents new considerations for child development, particularly concerning screen time. While screens can offer educational content and connection, excessive or unsupervised use can impact sleep, attention, and social development. It's not about eliminating screens entirely, but about mindful integration. Experts recommend age-appropriate limits, co-viewing, and prioritizing real-world interactions in play. Guiding children to be responsible digital citizens, understanding privacy, and critical thinking about online content is a crucial part of modern parenting in the 21st century. Children are born scientists, endlessly curious about the world around them. Nurturing this innate curiosity is vital for cognitive development and lifelong learning. Encourage questions, provide opportunities for exploration, and celebrate discoveries, no matter how small. When a child asks why, for the 10th time, remember they're not trying to be annoying, they are actively building their understanding of cause and effect, forming mental models of how the world works. Creating an environment rich in learning opportunities and open-ended play fuels their natural drive to explore and comprehend. Creativity isn't just about art, it's about thinking divergently, solving problems innovatively, and imagining new possibilities. Provide children with open-ended materials like blocks, art supplies, or dress-up clothes, and allow them the freedom to create without strict instructions or judgment. Focus on the process, not just the product. When a child builds a crooked tower or draws a purple dog, celebrate their unique vision. Fostering creativity builds confidence, encourages self-expression, and develops crucial problem-solving skills applicable across all areas of life. Reading to children and encouraging storytelling has profound impacts on their development. It builds language skills, expands vocabulary, and nurtures imagination. When children listen to stories, they learn about different characters, emotions, and moral dilemmas, which helps develop empathy and social understanding. Encouraging them to create their own stories fosters sequencing skills, memory, and creative thinking. Stories are not just entertainment, they are powerful vehicles for learning, connecting, and understanding the complex tapestry of human experience, preparing them for a world of narratives. Motor skill development refers to the progression of a child's ability to use their body effectively. Gross motor skills involve large muscle movements like walking, running, and jumping. Fine motor skills involve smaller, more precise movements, such as grasping objects, drawing, or tying shoelaces. These skills develop in a predictable sequence, from head to toe and from the center of the body outwards. Encouraging active play, providing age-appropriate toys, and offering opportunities for drawing or cutting all help strengthen these crucial physical abilities, which are foundations for independence. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another, is a cornerstone of positive social development. It's what allows children to connect deeply with others, to offer comfort, and to resolve conflicts constructively. We teach empathy by modeling it ourselves, by talking about feelings, and by encouraging perspective-taking. For instance, if one child takes a toy from another, instead of just punishing, a parent might ask, "How do you think your friend feels when you take their toy?" This prompts the child to consider another's experience, building their capacity for compassion. Children thrive on consistency and structure. Knowing what to expect creates a sense of safety and predictability, which reduces anxiety and helps them learn routines and rules. Consistent routines for meals, bedtime, and daily activities provide a framework within which children feel secure enough to explore and grow. Consistent boundaries, applied fairly and with love, teach children about expectations and consequences. It's like building a strong fence around a garden. It provides protection and guidance, allowing the plants inside to grow freely and beautifully without feeling lost. While structure is important, so is fostering autonomy, a child's sense of being able to act on their own and make choices. As children grow, they yearn for independence. Offer age-appropriate choices, allowing them to feel agency over their lives, even in small ways. Would you like to wear the blue shirt or the red shirt, or do you want to play with blocks or read a book first? These choices build confidence and decision-making skills. Allowing them to experience natural consequences of their choices, within safe limits, also teaches responsibility and self-reliance. Helping children develop a growth mindset means teaching them that their abilities can be developed through hard work and dedication, rather than being fixed. Instead of saying, "You're so smart," try, "I love how hard you worked on that problem." This emphasizes effort and process. When children face challenges, encourage them to see mistakes as learning opportunities. This mindset fosters resilience, a love of learning, and the belief that effort leads to improvement. It empowers them to embrace challenges, rather than fearing failure, and to persist in the face of difficulties. Revisiting the power of playtime, it's crucial to acknowledge its vital role in countering the pressures of an increasingly structured childhood. Free, unstructured play allows children to regulate their emotions, develop social skills without adult intervention, and foster creativity. It's their natural laboratory for life. Protect this time fiercely. It's where they learn to negotiate, imagine, and manage their own pace. When we prioritize playtime, we're not just letting kids have fun, we're providing essential nutrients for their cognitive, emotional, and social gardens to bloom. Making reading a regular ritual in a child's day offers far more than just literacy skills. It creates a special bonding time, a consistent moment of connection and calm. Sharing stories, snuggled up together, strengthens attachment and provides a sense of security. It exposes children to new words, concepts, and worlds, igniting their imagination. This simple act builds a love for reading that extends beyond childhood, fostering lifelong learners. It's a gentle, powerful way to nurture both their minds and their hearts, creating cherished memories and expanding horizons. The words we use with children become their inner voice. Using positive affirmations can powerfully shape their self-perception and confidence. Instead of generic praise, focus on specific effort and character traits. "I see how persistent you were with that puzzle," or "you were so kind to your friend." These messages teach children about their strengths and help them build a positive self-image. Encouraging them to say affirmations to themselves can also be a powerful tool for developing self-compassion and resilience, especially when facing challenges. While understanding child psychology empowers us all, sometimes additional professional support is needed. If you have concerns about a child's development, behavior, or emotional well-being that feel beyond your scope, reaching out to a child psychologist, pediatrician, or therapist is a sign of strength, not weakness. These professionals can offer specialized assessments, strategies, and interventions tailored to a child's unique needs. Early intervention can make a significant difference in long-term outcomes, providing critical support for both the child and their family. Don't hesitate to seek guidance. The incredible journey of childhood is not just a fleeting phase, it lays the groundwork for who a person becomes. The experiences, relationships, and lessons learned in these formative years have a lifelong impact on an individual's mental health, relationships, career, and overall well-being. By understanding the principles of child psychology, we, as caregivers, educators, and community members, have the immense power to shape positive trajectories. Every interaction, every moment of patience, every loving boundary contributes to the beautiful, complex tapestry of a child's future. Ultimately, child psychology offers us a profound invitation to observe, to listen, to understand, and to respond with empathy and wisdom. It reminds us that children are not miniature adults, but unique beings on a rapid journey of discovery. By embracing the insights from this field, we can empower ourselves to create environments where children feel safe, loved, challenged, and free to grow into their fullest potential. Our collective future depends on the well-being of our children. Let us nurture them with knowledge, compassion, and boundless hope.